What's up everybody, welcome back to the DOT Crypto, the birthplace of absolutely legendary gains. In this video we are going to take a look at Polkadot and why I believe Polkadot looks absolutely ready to explode. Perhaps, God forbid, we will test the previous all-time high, which is at about $50. However, if you want to find out exactly what to look out for, make sure you watch till the end of this video. Now, before we even do any kind of an analysis, it is always in your favor, right? It is always in your best interest to mark out some very key areas of so-called support and resistance. In this case, I'm actually going to use the daily chart to do this. And basically, you see me marking out all these key levels on the daily. And basically what you just want to look out for is just areas, right, where historically there has been, a strong reaction of price action. So for example, I'm just going to use this line as an example. You can see that every time the price reached to this level right here, you always had some kind of a reaction, right? Either that bounces or over here you get rejected a lot. So this is what you call a key level, and it is always important for you to frame your trades on a higher time frame level, right? A lot of people get stuck, especially beginners. I know, I understand what's happening because I've been through there, right? I was a beginner at some point as well, and a lot of beginners, they get stuck down on the 15-minute, they get stuck down on the 5-minute, thinking that, oh my god, look at this pattern, this is a breakout pattern, we have to take it on the 5-minute. To all of you beginners out there, right, if there is one thing that I would recommend that will improve your trading by a lot, and oh my god, congratulations guys, we are at 50k already. And I'm just saying, right, if you haven't followed me on Twitter yet, you better do so, because I share a lot of life lessons and just tidbits of information, and as well as any bonus trades that I would not be able to share on YouTube due to time constraint. But if you do check out my Twitter, I highly recommend you read through this little thread right there. It shows that how I was really criticized for saying BTC was bullish at 40k, right? As you can see here, I built a position at about 40k. Right now I'm up really massively, and yeah, just a couple of lessons to be learned. But anyways, for those of you who watch my channel, you were already prepared for this, right? I was saying that that area was going to be huge, and to those of you who got in, congratulations, man, good day, right? Always fun seeing situations like this. But anyways, let's get back to the video. So immediately, oh yeah, about that tip that I was talking about, you always want to just try to stick to a higher time frame, right? In fact, the minimum sort of time frame that I would recommend for you guys to use is actually just for the 4-hourly, right? Don't use anything below the 4-hourly. Like, if you frame your trades on areas on the 4-hourly, you're gonna have way more success. But anyways, that's just a little tidbit of information. If you want to learn literally everything that I have to offer, check out the private Discord group. But for now, let's get back to the analysis, right? I was watching this breakout just now, right? I called it in the private Discord group. But anyways, the thing about Polkadot is you want to pay attention to this level right here at 32.5, right? Because by the time I post this video, you're probably going to miss this move already. So watch this key level at 32.5, and you are going to want to buy a breakout of this level, right? Because this is a key level. By right, it should act as resistance. In fact, I have a feeling that this is going to get violated for a couple of reasons, right? For starters, if you just take a look on the daily chart, look at how bullish this looks, right? As long as Polkadot, right, other than 32.5, you're going to want to mark down this level right here at 33.6, right? The level which would be immediate, super bullish for Polkadot is going to be if Polkadot manages to break 33.6. If it does manage to break this level right here, it is in my humble opinion that it is going to pump to about 38.5 and go to this previous high right here and take out this previous high. Now, I'm not going to get into why I think so, and I'm not going to get into why I think that this previous high is going to get broken. If you want to find that out, I want you to just go watch my, I don't know, my last BTC video, I guess, or maybe even just my 2 most recent videos. Over there, I get into the specifics on how, these algorithms and institutional investors and hedge funds and everything, how they think and how the market is programmed to move. So if that is something you're interested in, watch the previous couple of videos that I made, right? I'm not going to talk about it in this video, otherwise it's going to be way too long. But anyways, your first trade entry is going to be, if you manage to flip this level, right, 32.5, there is a very good chance that it's going to go straight to 33.6, in my humble opinion. It is already looking pretty bullish, right? It might not look immediately bullish on the daily chart yet, but on the 4-hourly, it is looking absolutely amazing. Now, the one sign that I can say that looks promising on the daily chart though is the fact that we have formed a higher low right there. So that's a low, that's a high, that's a low. Right now, if we manage to break a new high, right, if we manage to make a higher high, then we are officially in bullish market structure, and it will continue, you know, for however long until it ends. So that is something that you want to pay attention to. That is going to be the bullish scenario, and if you do start pumping from there, then you're going to want to take your profit at about $35, right? Just take some off over there, and 36.4, right? And then the ultimate level is going to be 38.5, and if I just give you a couple of other levels to watch, that's going to be at 42.4. Now I want you to pay attention, right? These are not orange levels. These should probably be an orange level actually. Let me just move that down here. So these white lines that are not orange levels is just going to be sort of quote unquote weak resistance, or like it's just going to be resistance, you know. But the key levels, right, you always want to take some off at key levels, right? You always want to pay attention to that. Now in the event that Polkadot does go into price discovery, we're going to have to draw a fib from this swing high to this swing low over here, and then we can mark out what areas Polkadot might find resistance at during price discovery. Now if you pay attention to what I'm doing right now, I am marking down my levels slightly below the fib levels, because here's the thing about how markets work, right? In a market, you don't really lose money when you lose a trade. What you're really doing is somebody else is taking your money, right? For every loser, there is going to be a winner. So what happens is we want to take our profits before they do. And that's why we take it, like everyone looks at fibs, right? Everyone looks at fibs. So if you want to take your profit before they do, then take it before they do, right? That's as simple as that. So in the event that Polkadot really does go into price discovery, and the signal for that to happen is I really want to see a break above, as previously mentioned, we go back onto the daily chart, the signal for that to happen would be a break above 33.6, right? I'm not saying that once you break this level, it's going to go to previous all-time highs. What I'm saying is that you are going to start forming bullish market structure, and then this would be the start of a bullish trend, right? So if that continues, if you take a look at something like, you know, I don't know, AXS, right? It has been, like, I wrote this quote right here during a live stream that I did for the private Discord group. Again, that's where I'm, you know, the most active. That's where you're going to get the most value. Of course, in my free videos, I'm trying to explain, try my best to explain in a way that would be beneficial to you. But if you want the ultimate package, right, check out a private Discord group, you know. So I wrote this a couple of months ago, right? In bull markets, things can be irrationally bullish for an incredibly long time. How long? Longer than you think possible, right? You look at AXS, that's probably the best example, right? E-Gold, we sniped this in the private Discord group at 65, right? At 65, right here, we sniped this. We got into E-Gold right there. We're sitting at about a 4 to 5x right now. But anyways, look at this, right? Ever since 20th of July, it's just been, you know, forming bullish market structure. And the key to that is the fact that it formed bullish market structure, right? You want high highs and high lows. The moment it gets that, it's going to be extremely bullish. You look at stuff like FTM, you look at stuff like Solana, right? Incredibly bullish. But the cue for that to happen is you need bullish market structure. And at the moment, Polkadot has not yet formed bullish market structure, but it looks like it is about to, right? And on the 4 hourly, it is already bullish, right? On the 4 hourly. However, I want this to happen on the daily chart, because this will carry on for like weeks, okay, to months. And ultimately, I think that's what everybody wants. So back to the price discovery take profit target. That is going to be, well, actually, let me just read out to you, like, what's the take profit once you buy the breakout of this level, which, you know, you buy the breakout or you buy the flip of the resistance. So those are going to be your 2 trade entries. On the bullish side, the take profits are going to be 33.6, 35.2, 36.4, 38.5, 42.4, 46.3-ish, 54.5, 59.6, 64.8, 73.8, 89.3, and ultimately $110, right? Is Polkadot going to get to that level? Hopefully. I really do hope so. That's going to be a 4x. However, I'm not banking on it. I'm just going to take my profit on the way up, as I would recommend you to as well. So on the way up, you're just going to take, you know, bits off, 25% there, 25% there, leave the rest as a moon back for it to, you know, fly. And that's ultimately how you always want to take profit. So in the event, right, because in this channel, we are grand strategists, we always consider both sides of the equation, right? Even though it might look bullish, even though my bias is bullish, what if you start dumping, right? I want you guys to be prepared for both scenarios, right? If you watch my channel, you're going to be prepared for anything that happens. And by the way, if you have been finding value from this video, maybe you've learned something new, it would help me so much if you could just drop a like button. It's a small gesture, but it really helps me out a lot. So in the bearish scenario, you're going to want to mark down this level right here at about 26.5, right? At that level, you're going to want to start to dollar cost average, right? Should Polkadot just start dumping like really, really crazily, that's going to be the level that you're going to want to watch to start dollar cost averaging, right? So basically what dollar cost averaging means, right? If you had $1,000 to play with, I would go maybe $200 here, 200 here, 200 here, 200 here, and 200 here, right? The lower the price goes, ideally, you would want to go somewhere like 100, 200, 400, and you know, the rest over here, right? That would be the ideal scenario. But I understand that if you're not playing with a very large amount of money, then try to spread your trades out just, you know, equally. That works too. Ideally, the lower it goes, the bigger you want your position size to be. So by doing so, right, the reason why I'm giving you guys these areas, I'm not saying that any of these areas are going to be like if it gets to this level, it's going to reverse, right? That's not what I'm saying. But if you look historically in the past, every time a price reaches to a key daily level, right? In fact, this is not just on the daily. If we go onto the weekly chart, you can see that some of these levels on the weekly chart, look at how many times things bounce from here, right? And these are massive bounces, right? It might not look like much, but these are massive, like 50% over there. And over here, that's 50% as well, right? Price bounces, comes to this area right here, bam, right? That's 75%, right? I'm just putting it in picture for you that these key levels especially are going to be key, like super important levels that you're going to want to watch, because these are the levels that you're going to get the highest probability of getting a bounce, right? They're not guaranteed, but they do have a very high probability. So these key daily levels, right, you're going to want to start at about 26.5 and you're going to go down to 24.4, 21.8, 20-ish, right, and 17.2, right? If you get Polkadot at any of these levels, like seriously, just get Polkadot at these levels, right? Because if we just draw a fib on the weekly chart right now, from swing low to swing high, you can see that even if you were to get all the way back down to $16, this would just be a deep pullback. In fact, you would be pulling back into a bullish order block right here. And if you don't know what is a bullish order block, go watch the previous video that I made on Bitcoin or just any recent video. I don't want this video to get too long. But either way, what you want to pay attention to is the fact that until you break, I don't know, probably $20, $21-ish, right? $22. Until you break this area right here, you are really not bearish, right? You have not even begun to be bearish. Or maybe 25.5, because on the weekly chart, this is a previous swing low right here. The low of this candle is shorter than the two candles next to it. Over here, the low of this candle, like you get the idea. But ultimately, if you're looking at something like, you know, the monthly chart, then until you really break $10, I know it sounds really crazy that until you break this level, you're not going to be bearish, right? Everything that happens in between this level and this level is just noise, right? So absolutely buy the pullbacks and bam, right? That's something that's going to happen. When in doubt, always zoom out. And it's not something that a lot of people are comfortable with, but the smartest traders, they do this. But anyways, before I give you guys the bonus trading setup of the day, I just want to put a little plug to the private Discord group. Over here, you're going to get access to basically daily market updates in real time. I'm going to tell you what coins are looking good. I'm going to tell you how's the market looking like today. I'm going to tell you, hey, do this today, right? So that you can be informed with your trading decisions every day. And this is something that I will do every day, regardless of if I make a video or if I go on Twitter or not, right? Because this is sort of like my responsibility. So if you just want the most real-time market updates, this is going to be the place for you. As a bonus, you're going to get access to a trading education where you're going to learn to do everything that I do. This is where I'm laying down everything that I've learned over the years. Over here, you're going to figure out what works and discard 90% of the things that don't work. And one more bonus is the fact that you're going to get access to all the profitable trading setups, the sniper trades, the breakout trades, and you can follow along in the 10K to 100K challenge as well. Now, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but we have people making money every single day in this Discord group, and let's just say that it's going to pay itself off real quick. If you're interested, make sure you check out the link in the description. And now we are going to get into the bonus trading setup of the day, and that is going to be Boson, right? This coin you can find on KuCoin, and for those of you who do not have a KuCoin, I highly recommend you make a KuCoin, because like a lot of the exotic altcoins over here, like amazing, right? Absolutely amazing. You're gonna have a really fun time trading them. They don't do anything for like a very long amount of time, but the moment they do, do something, check it out, right? You get a falling wedge right here, which is exactly the kind of pattern that we're getting here. And then the moment it breaks out, right, assuming we don't catch the bottom, assuming we don't catch the bottom, that's about a 300% pump in 41 days. I don't know about you, but I take that any day of the week. So you're going to want to pay attention to Boson, and you're going to want to mark down this level at $1 right there, right? I posted this on my Twitter earlier, so if you haven't already followed me on my Twitter, that's where you're going to get, a semi-latest market updates. So you're going to want to mark down this level at $1, and as the price is breaking out, you're going to want to buy along with the breakout, or you're going to buy a bullish retest of that level, right? The take profit targets is going to be 1.13, 1.3, 1.55, 1.78, 2.29, 2.5, 3.13, and 3.5, right? If this trade plays out exactly as how I would want it to, that is going to be about a 250% gain from $1. And I don't know about you, but I take that any day of the week. Anyways, if you would like to help support the channel a little bit, just comment in the comment section down below, Boson, right? It is to help the YouTube algorithm. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. But if you do it, I'd be immensely grateful. Anyways, for now, my friend, may the gains be with you, and peace.